standing here for exactly 25 minutes, waiting for you two to show some signs of life. And if you don't eat your healthy kale smoothies and get into the car right this second, I am going to confiscate every single electronic device in this house until you are both old enough to collect a pension.
I cannot believe you are forcing me to wake up at this ungodly hour just to drink a green liquid that looks like it was scooped out of a stagnant swamp, and honestly, your parenting style is becoming so oppressive that I am seriously considering writing a formal protest letter to the International Board of Children's Rights.
Oh
Mother,
no!
while I appreciate your dedication to our nutritional well-being, the sheer volume of your voice at this hour is causing a significant amount of stress to my prefrontal cortex, and I find it highly unfair that I am being lumped in with Jane's bad attitude when I am clearly the more responsible and academically gifted child in this family.
Now, girls, let's just try to have a peaceful morning without any screaming or slamming of doors, because my coffee hasn't kicked in yet, and I would really like to enjoy one single breakfast where I don't feel like I'm sitting in the middle of a war zone between two very angry teenagers and a very frustrated wife.
I am so incredibly angry at Mom for making me wear these ridiculous shoes that I have decided today is the perfect day to cause a complete and total disruption that will force the entire school to shut down, and I don't care if I get in trouble as long as I get to go home and sleep in my comfortable bed.
Jane, your plan sounds dangerously impulsive and highly illegal, but at this point, I am so annoyed by Sir Oscar's 3-hour lecture on the history of dust that I am actually willing to help you commit this academic crime, just so I can see the look of pure chaos on everyone's faces when the bells start ringing.
I see two sisters whispering in the hallway instead of studying their Latin root words, and I am warning you both that if I catch even a hint of mischief, I will personally ensure that your permanent records are stained with the ink of 1,000 failures, and you will be spending your weekends scrubbing the gymnasium floor with a tiny toothpick.
Oh, look. Jane and Lisa are touching the big red box on the wall, and it looks so shiny and pretty, like a giant candy bar, and I really want to know what happens if we pull the little handle, because maybe it will rain lollipops and sprinkles all over the classroom and make Sir Oscar turn into a big, silly marshmallow.
Unbelievable! I am grounding you both for 999,999 years. You will be staying in this school until the bricks turn to dust and the earth stops spinning. To the office! Now!
I don't care. I don't
I
care.
don't care.
I 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 don't
I don't
care.
care.
I
I
don't
don't
care.
care. I don't care. I
I
don't
don't
care.
care.
I don't
I
care.
don't care. I don't care.
I have spent the last 3 hours apologizing to the fire chief, the principal, and the entire school board while my blood pressure reached levels that scientists didn't think were biologically possible, and I am officially announcing that you are both grounded for exactly 564,785,647 years, which means you will not see the light of the sun, the glow of a smartphone, or even a single slice of pizza, until the human race has evolved into a completely different species.
I have spent my entire life working hard to provide you both with the latest dolls, the shiniest gadgets, and every single plastic accessory your hearts desired. But since you decided to use your freedom to create a citywide panic, I am officially declaring a total confiscation of every toy in this house. Not only am I taking away the electronics, but I am adding another massive sentence to your mother's punishment, which means you are now grounded for a grand total of 999,988,887 years. And you will spend that time contemplating the void of your empty toyless bedrooms.
Frank, I completely support your decision to escalate this punishment because a 500 million years clearly wasn't enough to send a message to these two troublemakers, and now that we are approaching 1 billion years of grounding, they might finally understand that their actions have consequences that will outlast the very mountains and oceans of this planet.
This is a blatant act of psychological warfare, and the confiscation of my vintage doll collection is a crime against humanity that I will never forget, even if I live to be 1 billion years old. Which apparently I have to do now because you two have decided to turn my bedroom into a high security prison for the rest of eternity. How am I supposed to survive without my digital life and my creative outlets?